When you first take a look at this, it seems a little daunting, but what you're doing here is just setting up a plain income statement. But the main thing that I want you to know is you can't just type these numbers in. This was a given to you. If we know the number of units sold, then the revenue per unit, then we know the value of sales. But you don't want to type in 84,999.15 because we want to be able to vary the number of units sold and see what happens to our sales number. So all the way through, you want to have your correct calculations in here. These are the variables and these are the variable costs per unit. So you can determine marketing and sales per unit is going to be the value in B2, which is the number of units, times marketing and sales costs per unit. I want to caution you that for this all to work correctly, you must have formulas in your income statement so that it will recalculate when we're doing these scenario things. Now come down below your ratios and we're going to insert a data table. This data table is under the what if analysis of the data tab. And the question is, what happens to the break-even point when we vary our target income? Now, in our scenario, we were given the target income or the desired target income of $30,000. And when you calculated the break-even with target income, we had a formula that looked like this, where we use the value of the target income here to determine the break-even ratio, and this calculation is given to you in the textbook so you can figure out all of it. But the main thing is we're going to vary that target income. So to do that, we need, the way the data table works is you must have the formula you're going to use in this position. So here's our column of data, and for a column or data table, we're going to have our formula to one cell up and to the right of the values that are going to change. So rather than copying all this, we just reference the cell because we don't want to change our formula. We want it to refer to the same values. So we're just going to reference cell E24, which gives us the formula we need to do our data table analysis. You will then select the column of data that's going to change along with the formula so that Excel knows which formula to use. The what if analysis then gives us a data table. All we are going to do is enter the value that the formula references that we want to have changed. In our formula, we want to change desired target income. And when we do that, it does the calculations for us. So at $15,000, we break-even point is 117. You notice here at 30,000 it's 172, just like it was before. So essentially what we did is in this formula, we told Excel to vary or change the value in cell location B4 in this formula and use these values instead.